The following is an exclusive presentation of the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the AHSAA Radio Network.
Won their 5th straight state championship and their 13th overall.
Hello everybody and welcome into another edition of Inside the AHSAA Weekly. I'm your host Brett Pritchard here and we're glad that you joined us throughout the state of Alabama. It is getting time for the finals in Birmingham. One of the most exciting weeks of the year for us as broadcasters with the AHSAA Radio Network. Teams making their way through the playoffs right now, heading through sub-regionals, regional semifinals coming up, and then obviously the finals to get to Birmingham. They take the top 4 teams in each classification in both girls and boys, and then they meet in Birmingham Monday through Saturday at the end of the month. It carries over into March, and again, an exciting time for us as broadcasters and all of you basketball lovers. Tonight, we'll have Greg Bell on from WWIC up in Scottsboro, Alabama, to talk some Lady Wildcat basketball. That team at 27-3 as they move through the playoffs. A phenomenal season for the 5A Lady Wildcats, and we'll talk to him about that team and what their chances are on moving on to Birmingham. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll have Greg Bell on the phone with us to talk about Scottsboro women's basketball. Stay tuned. More of Inside the AHSAA Weekly right after this.
The CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
No, wrong! Bring it in, guys! Take an E! Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola gonna give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero Cola!
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
Hunter Price is Coosa County's Alpha Insurance agent and has the knowledge to help you with all your auto, home, and life insurance needs. With Hunter and Alpha Insurance, you have a team of professionals to access your needs, save money, and give you the personal one-on-one service in your time of need. Visit our main branch in downtown Rockford or call us at 256-377-4955 for all your insurance needs.
Call Alpha. We are Russell Medical, and this is our corner of the world, where families discover nurses and doctors as excellent as any in the state, and the embrace of world-class care is as close to home as a trip to the grocery store, where the continuity of care isn't lost in exhausting miles of road, but just down the street. We are Russell Medical, and this is our corner of the world.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside the AHSAA Weekly. I'm your host, Brett Pritchard. We're going to go to the phone line now. Welcome in a special guest, Greg Bell with WWIC up in Scottsboro, Alabama, to talk about the girls
I am doing great. Been working today on prep for Saturday night's game and looking forward to being back in Jacksonville.
I know you are, and this is a special team, 27-3 on the season. You guys went undefeated in the region, also won the region tournament to move on, but 27-3. Coach Derek Wynn, you and I talked before we got on the air, has done a tremendous job with this team. I'm just going to set the stage and let you tell everybody about this team in general before we dive into the playoffs and talk about some of these young ladies on this team that are the leaders.
Okay, well, Derek Wynn, he's got a relatively young group of girls. We have one senior. She's a starter. She's a post player, and really contributes well. Does a lot of things that you got to have down low. Starts with our point guard, junior Kira Sexton. She's tenacious. She's small, but she's a great ball handler. She's a scorer. She can assist. She can steal. She plays great defense. And again, just as a small outside point guard, she'll do a lot of things that drive other teams crazy, but make your coaches have a big smile on her face. Got another guard, Emily Garner. She's a junior. Does very well. Carly Bell, a guard who was injured and missed all of the summer workouts. She had a hairline fracture in her leg. It forced Coach Wynn to bring up a freshman to take her spot, and who did a tremendous job. And then she tore a labrum during the season, and she's out for the season. But wow. Carly Bell has really stepped up her game since that injury to Madison Holland, and this team playing oh so well. The 27th win last night established a new single-season mark for most wins in a season. They've eclipsed the single-season scoring record for a Lady Wildcat team, and they don't, when you look at them, they don't look like they're finished playing basketball this year.
Well, again, astonishing stats, astonishing record. When was the last time this team lost, Greg? Because, again, only 3 losses on the season. Just went through the region, won the region tournament. Can you remember when one of those losses were?
I think the last loss we suffered was back in January. We played in a tournament at Wallace-Hansville. We played 7A Huntsville. Had a chance. We were in that game and lost by maybe 6-7 points. We lost to them. They're 7A. The only other losses we've had are to 6A Austin. That was very early in the season in a Thanksgiving tournament. And then we lost to Madison Academy. We split with Madison Academy. They beat us, which is, with Jaden Langford.
Oh, yeah.
And them being ranked number 4 or number 2, I believe, in Class 4A. That's nothing, to be down about. So.
No, three outstanding teams you just listed off. I mean, obviously had to be great opponents after a record like this. Well, let's move forward, Greg, and talk about this team as they head into the next round of the playoffs. You guys defeated Mortimer Jordan 66-32 in the sub-region. Talk about that game, and obviously not close. I was going through the schedule for you guys this year, and didn't have a lot of close games. A lot of lopsided victories for this Scottsboro team. No different entering the playoffs with a big win over Mortimer Jordan.
No, it got off. Scottsboro never trailed in the game. It started getting out of hand a little bit in the second half, and a team we had never faced before didn't really know what to expect. We know that they were their regular season area champion was Mortimer Jordan. They had a disappointing loss to Corner in the area tournament championship. They may have still had that on their mind, but I know Scottsboro came out and they did what they do, and it jumped ahead and kept getting ahead, and it gave Coach Wynn a chance to play a number of girls from the JV team, which he brought up after the end of the season, and all that's going to do is help you develop experience, and that's not a bad thing heading in to postseason play with the Northeast Regionals.
Yeah, I heard somebody, I think Bruce Pearl said this the other day about the last part of the SEC schedule for Auburn. He said, look, I'm going to approach it like the back nine of a golf course. There's going to be sand, there's going to be water, and I can't worry about 2 holes down the line. I got to worry about the hole we're on, so we're going to take it one at a time. Obviously, you don't like to look ahead when you get to the playoffs, and I asked you earlier, who concerns you? Obviously, the next game is of concern. You guys play Alexandria Saturday night. I know you don't want to look past that, but you and I, that's what we do in the media, Greg, is we tend to look ahead. We let coaches do the coaching. And Talladega and a team that you guys beat several times this year in ARAB are going to play in the other side of the bracket for a chance to go to the Final Four. And you talked about that Talladega team. You feel like they're a tough out. And if you guys win Saturday night, Talladega knocks ARAB out, it looks like you two will meet with a chance to go to Birmingham.
Yeah, and I think our girls, as they don't want to look ahead, but I think they are looking ahead for possibly a chance to play Talladega. You relish the opportunity to play teams like this. Our girls, we talked before we came on the air, when we come out for pregame warm-ups, we're not going to scare anybody out of the gym. We don't look like the team that maybe is going to blow people out beat people the way we have been beating them. So we're not going to scare anybody. We just play our game. We don't panic. We don't get flustered when things don't go our way and get behind. But I think they relish the fact that of being able to play a team like Talladega, who's 30-2. They see their scores. They know what they can do. They know they play great defense, does Talladega. And it really could be an exciting time next Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. Should we advance? I like to think we will, but that's just the broadcaster in me and the fan in me as well. I love this team, and they're very fun to watch and broadcast. And it's been 10 years since we won an area tournament championship, hosted a sub-region basketball game, and now advanced to the Northeast Regional. So these girls are doing something that hasn't been done in 10 years.
Well, I was going to ask you that. You kind of took it away from me, which is great. I was going to see when the last time Scottsboro had such a phenomenal and successful season, and you just answered that question. If I were to walk in the gym, Greg, and see this team for the first time, what would you tell me to be excited about watching about this team and what makes them so good? I know you talked about them being the defensive team and opportunistic, but what do they do to teams for the entirety of 4 quarters that causes them to take control the way they do?
I think the thing, not only the offensive speed that they play with, but the tenacity on defense. If you don't to protect that basketball, somebody's going to reach in and knock it out and then quickly be down the floor for an easy bucket. They can shoot outside. They can work it inside. Again, they play great defense, and they never give up. They're very tenacious. They can press when it's required, and they're just a fun bunch to watch. But I think the quickness of them and how easily they can take the ball away from the other team and how easily they get to the boards and work those boards, that's stuff that a lot of teams don't like to do, but they don't mind doing it. Many of these girls have been playing together since the 6th grade. They like each other on and off the floor, and that's an important thing. If you like those teammates, you're going to give everything for them.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
What value would you gain working with Lee Marketing Group? With 4 divisions under one umbrella, Sign Source, Lee Apparel, R&B Media, and LMG Baker Advertising Agency, Lee Marketing Group offers a comprehensive approach. From logo design and branding to ad placement and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
More heart.
More drive. More will.
More guts.
More sweat.
More dedication.
More practice. More control.
More clutch.
More hard work.
More fun.
More family.
More love.
More basketball.
Baseball.
College tennis.
More every day.
More everything. More
to come.
More Wilson.
There is a strength inside you, unknown and imperfect, waiting. And when you think you have nothing left to give, when each obstacle in your path is more formidable than the last, that's when you'll find it. And with that strength, your greatness will have no limits.
Take a knee. Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero Cola.
Take a lap! Coke Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calorie.
Where there's action, there's Encore. Professional. Responsive. Dedicated. Encore Rehabilitation.
There is a strength inside you, unknown and imperfect, waiting. And when you think you have nothing left to give, when each obstacle in your path is more formidable than the last, that's when you'll find it. And with that strength, your greatness will have no limits.
We are Russell Medical, and this is our corner of the world, where families discover nurses and doctors as excellent as any in the state, and the embrace of world-class care is as close to home as a trip to the grocery store, where the continuity of care isn't lost in exhausting miles of road, but just down the street. We are Russell Medical, and this is our corner of the world.
We got Greg Bell on with us tonight from WWIC up in Scottsboro, talking about Lady Wildcat basketball as they're 27-3, getting ready to play Alexandria in the sub-regional, the regional semifinal there on Saturday. Greg, on the other side of the bracket, we'll leave that side of the bracket, go up to the other side of the bracket. I know you probably looked at that. What teams up there are ones you think will come out and head to Birmingham?
Well, you got to figure Winona, just based on their past history and tradition. Coach Bell there at Winona, we know what they're all about. You've got, I think Charles Henderson maybe is the number one team. You know, I don't know a lot about some of the other schools. I hadn't followed them very well, mainly just from our perspective here, what we've broadcast. But I would figure that, if you have, I know Scottsboro's the number 5 team, so the top 4 may make it. Scottsboro hopefully will be in that mix, but when you start talking teams like Winona and Charles Henderson, and then you've got Talladega in our tournament, you talk about some good ladies basketball, and I think the 5A tournament, the Final Four, no matter who gets in there, I think the fans are going to get their money's worth.
Well, Greg, before I let you go here to close out the segment, again, I want to thank you for being on the program again. Let's say you guys move on. Is this perhaps the best team in school history for Scottsboro?
I think it is. In 2008, we had a pretty good run in 2006, 7, and 8. The only cog we had in that machine was Allie Smalley, and I don't know how many remember Allie Smalley that played at ARAB and then went on to play at Auburn. But she was a phenomenal player, and we happened to have her all 3 seasons, and we faced them, I think, twice in the Northeast Regionals, and they beat us. But, this right here is, right now, this probably goes down as the best team in the history of Scottsboro Lady Wildcat basketball.
And finally, Greg, Derek Wynn, the head coach, talk about him just a little bit and what he means to this program.
He's a great Christian man. He loves these girls, and they love playing for him. As he tells me time and time again on the post-game interviews, these girls are very coachable. They make my job easy. They do what I ask them to do. And, a coach's dream, really, to have girls like he's got. And he's not counting his chickens before they hatch, but he'll tell you, he's had a blast coaching these girls this year.
Well, Greg, we appreciate you being on the program. Again, Scottsboro Lady Wildcat basketball, only a couple of wins away from making it to Birmingham and a chance to win a state championship. Already put together a phenomenal season at 27-3. We wish you guys nothing but the best, and we'll be keeping up, and hopefully we'll see you guys in Birmingham.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much. That's Greg Bell with WWIC up in Scottsboro, Alabama, with the Scottsboro Lady Wildcat basketball team. Again, 27-3 on the season. Have a big matchup Saturday at 6 p.m. in the regional semifinal against Alexandria. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more of the Inside the AHSAA right after this.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization, wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat, full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma, all with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com, 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
No, wrong! Bring it in, guys! Take a knee! Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give a real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero Cola.
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
June will mark 10 years of providing quality t-shirts, athletic uniforms, and promotional products for Lee Apparel. Our success is due in large part to the customers we serve in the Lake Martin community and the great state of Alabama. Our hopes are for many more years of success and growth. Contact Lee Apparel today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at leeapparel.com.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
Where there's action, there's Encore. Professional. Responsive. Dedicated. Encore Rehabilitation.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
Hunter Price is Coosa County's Alpha Insurance agent and has the knowledge to help you with all your auto, home, and life insurance needs. With Hunter and Alpha Insurance, you have a team of professionals to access your needs, save money, and give you the personal one-on-one service in your time of need. Visit our main branch in downtown Rockford or call us at 256-377-4955 for all your insurance needs.
Call Alpha.
What value would you gain working with Lee Marketing Group? With 4 divisions under one umbrella, Sign Source, Lee Apparel, R&B Media, and LMG Baker Advertising Agency, Lee Marketing Group offers a comprehensive approach. From logo design and branding to ad placement and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside the AHSAA Weekly. Again, I'm Brett Pritchard. Thank you for joining us today. We want to thank Greg Bell with WWIC up in Scottsboro, Alabama, for talking about the Lady Wildcats 27-3 as they make their run in the playoffs. We'll see if we can find them making their way to Birmingham here in a week or two to play for maybe a state championship. Again, we want to thank all of you for joining us each and every week out there on Inside the AHSAA Weekly. I'm Brett Pritchard, your host. We'll see you next time.